You're.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, okay, we're recording?
Ooh, what it do?
Oh, let me look cute. Hold on, let me look cute. Wait.
It's
Come on,
here, my boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Ricky He in the house. We have a friend of mine. He goes by the name of Trezzo Mahoro.
What it do, baby?
Gastronomy, aka Fire in the Booth,
AKA, what else?
And you are watching Coffee with Curtis.
Hey.
Where,
Hey.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you guys, but the number one thing that I've missed in this time is literally just going to buy a cup of coffee. I've saved so much money from not having to go out to Starbucks or whatever and buy that expensive ass coffee. Making my own drip has been very, very fulfilling. But I miss seeing you guys. I miss, catching up. I miss politicking. I miss just the act of it. So this is the only way that I could do so, obviously, because we're all in different places. But yeah, I really wanted to just check in with you guys and make sure you guys are good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hell yeah, man.
That's so sweet.
This is nice too, because we all get to catch up. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%, man.
Exactly.
100%. Last time I saw us together was in LA 2 years ago.
Probably that picture.
Let me share this with you guys. So boom.
Oh, hey.
Young stunners.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
Damn. Wow.
So this was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Apparently it's 2003 according to
According to where?
Image 2003.
That's crazy.
Oh, I see. No, that's just the image number.
2003, yo.
Let's set this up for people. So this is in LA.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
From my recollection, this was the first time that we all kind of linked up, and we all
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys remember this?
That was a pretty good night. I had a good time. Right?
Oh no, it was
Trezzo?
fire. It was fire.
And then we went to that spot and we shot pool. Where's that place?
Oh yeah, and then we played that basketball game that Curtis just dusted us.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I've never seen anybody shoot like that. I didn't even know that Curtis could hold a basketball. Man was out there dropping dimes on dimes, and I was out here being a whole.
We'll get to that story later, but I made my living in LA doing that, right?
Yeah.
Where?
Yes.
Oh, so you were hustling us?
Yeah, that's what.
No. It was that experience that taught me that I could whoop ass. And Dave and Buster's Friday nights, they had this competition every week, and that was my weekly hustle.
That's hilarious.
That is so
That's dope.
We didn't really know each other at that point. But so how did we all kind of link up the way we did?
I think you had asked to hang out to each of us separately, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Trezzo was crashing in mine at the time, and then Trezzo was kind of like, I'm a notorious like bailer, like I'm a notorious like yeah, I'll come through, yeah. And then you asked Trezzo, and Trezzo's like, let's go hang out, and I'm like, okay, let's go do it.
Oh.
So then Trezzo got my ass out of bed.
He seems like a bit of a creep, but I'm sure buy us dinner at least.
Yeah. That's what Trezzo said. Trezzo's like, you're a Chinese dude. He's a slightly older Chinese dude. Let's just go hang out.
What's the worst thing about
it? Yeah.
Oh, we're good. We're fine.
Yeah. So I think we went to grab sushi, and then afterwards we went to. I remember there was a spot we went to that was like a hotel bar.
That's right.
Do you guys remember that? Like before we went to shoot pool, there was like this hotel bar situation, and we went inside, and like it was kind of weird because it was all like way older folks. And I swear to God, like they saw the three of us walk in, and they were like, "Man, ooh, they were like cougars on the prowl." You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of a little scary.
And it was like I think we linked on like a Tuesday or something. So things weren't that popping off. So like, like these people were kind of like, who are these three young studs?
Ethnically diverse young studs.
We walked in there looking like the UN, yo.
Yeah. We look like Rush Hour 4.
Rush Hour plus their love child. And it's like, what are they doing out on a Tuesday night drinking? And, you know, and then, so yeah, we went from there to, what was the name of the spot? Oh, crap.
I just went back recently too, and I still don't remember it.
I told you to go back, remember?
Yeah,
it was called,
doesn't matter.
Barney, no.
Yeah, but, no. You know what? No, we got to keep it on the DL where we hang out. We don't want people. We don't
want to give up. We don't want to give up our sanctuary.
The spots.
But yo, so that night was dope because I mean, I finally got to plug in with you guys. I had known both of you from mostly the audition room.
Yeah.
The casting room, and you know, being
the casting couch.
Yeah, being fans of both of you guys. You know, I remember seeing you for the first time, Ricky. And I was like, shit. There's a hot young Asian cat on the loose that, oh man, this could be some serious competition one day.
Oh, dude, I wish, bro. Come on, dude, I wish, dude. I don't even stop, bro. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god.
And I was like, oh shit, he got the freckles too? Oh man.
Oh, dude, stop. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god, dude, stop it, dude.
Yo, and he got those little pecs under the pecs underneath the
dude, stop. Don't talk about me like that, man. Bro, come on, bro. Don't talk about me like that, bro. Come on, man.
He's at least pushing 6.5. And then seeing Trezzo come in and being like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Where did this ball of swagger come from?
I did pop out of nowhere.
You popped out of nowhere and just immediately just snatched up every single role there was.
Dude, and Trezzo is like the type of person that like he gets in the room and he like any room, like not even talking like audition rooms, like he gets in the room and he dominates the energy. Like he's that guy.
That's right.
You're a phenom, bro.
That's right.
You're a
legend.
Yeah. Acting wasn't really like something that I was looking to do. I actually graduated high school to do kinesiology. Like I graduated with a whole scholarship to go to this university called SFU that we have over here. I already did like what theater was supposed to do for me. You know what I mean? Like I already did my 1, 2s, and 3s. So I'm a do university. And also, you know, having ethnic moms, as you guys know.
Yeah.
What is acting?
Yeah, there's no chance,
especially if you got a scholarship to go to university, my G. Like, what do you think you're doing?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I literally went there for 3 months, my G. I was there for 3 months, and those 3 months, the beginning of that is when my agent, you can call it discover or found or whatnot. When she was like, she used to hit me up a lot for like those 3 months. And then I remember it was like around Christmas time. I was broke. Nothing. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen right now? I mean, I will walk in and it's going to be the actual casting couch, or I'll walk in and it'll be something that is not that. But I won't know until I find out. So I finally hit up the woman who's my agent now, and I go, sure, okay, what is this audition thing or this like da 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 da? It's like, okay, there's this thing called lines. So as we know now, but at that time, to me, that was like I'm like, you're talking to me like I'm supposed to know this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. So mind you, I went into my first audition the very, very next day. She was ecstatic. She's like, yo, as a matter of fact, there's a thing that is open for tomorrow, and they need a black dude for it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so what do I do? Mind you, I got to my audition 45 minutes late. I have not memorized my lines. I maybe know like 2 paragraphs. It's 9 pages. My very first audition.
9 pages?
9 pages. No idea. No, it was for a guest star, like for this pilot. No idea what's going on. I'm already late, panting and everything. And I sit in the room, they walk out. Okay, you're here. All right, come on in. So I go in, and crazy thing, actually, my first audition was with Patty Jenkins, which was a whole experience in itself. And she was super patient with me, and like took me through the steps. And I was like, yo, just like, it's my first time here. So
you told her.
Yeah.
So be gentle. So be gentle.
I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But we went through it, and next thing you know, like 3 days later, mind you, I forgot about it. 3 days later, my agent calls me and goes, "See, told you. By the way, you're booked." I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Again, didn't think much of it.
Blessings, like, man.
I went on set for like almost 3 weeks. Now, let me tell you, when that first check came in, that's when I was like, wait a minute now. I was like,
you're like, what scholarship?
Y'all added an extra zero up in here.
So what's the number you think before you can take it to your mom and say, oh yeah, this is what acting is? What's the number you have to hit to comfortably take that back to your friends and say, or comfortably with true confidence when someone asks you what you do and say, oh yeah, I'm an actor.
When he's there.
When did that happen?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Oh, when I did it full time without thinking of any other job, like
yeah,
when I could like actually like sustain my my living situation without thinking about doing anything else.
That's great. So that
when he scooped up his mom in the Lexus, bro.
That was
it. When he scooped up his mom in the Lexus, yeah.
When I bought my baby the first time, when I bought the Lexus, I was like, bro.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That was your first project. Holy smokes.
That's crazy.
Man.
Dude.
And just blaze right through the scene, man. And then
that's how you know
you're booking.
But also I feel
that's how you know when you're good too.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I wouldn't classify myself as quote unquote like good, right?
Come on.
I would say my learning experiences are what got me to where I'm at, right?
You're adaptable.
But also, again,
charismatic as hell.
Because also, again, I come from Africa, where it literally, like, especially the neighborhoods I grew up in, and Curtis, I'm sure you can touch on this as well, right? Ricky, I'm not quite familiar with.
I didn't grow up in Africa, but
No, but I mean, like,
I won't debunk that theory for everybody, but
are you sure? You don't know Ubuntu? Come on now.
Yeah, come on.
So basically, like, the area that I grew up in was a lot of the times was literally like ride or die. You know what I mean? People are dying around the streets, and honestly, if you can't go into a certain like neighborhood, because going to school, I had to go through like 4 neighborhoods, and all the neighborhoods were different, very different. You didn't get hit up in any corner, so you had to carry yourself in a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had to adapt to survive, basically. So I feel like those lessons that I've learned, just the same way you touched on those, Curtis, bringing them into acting, that's what has helped. Especially in my career, that I feel like is one of the biggest things that has helped me until this day, really.
For sure.
Yeah.
Learning how to tap into that. Like, it's not about so much acting as it is more about taking the experiences you already have that's embedded in you and like learning how to pull that out.
Yeah.
Apply that to certain characters and all that.
Exactly.
But yeah, like it's just crazy to think about. So that picture that I just showed, that was from 2 years ago. I mean, look how far we've come even from there. So so we're talking about from your beginning, how far you've come, but even from 2 years ago, for both you guys. Okay. Look at what I found.
What did you find?
Look at what I found on the
nervous?
Trusty internet.
I know. I'm like, what?
Love this whole internet thing, guys.
Is it my nudes? I knew it. It's my nudes.
No, Trez.
Oh, come on.
I was so proud to see this.
Yeah.
Congratulations on this film.
Yo, this is so trippy.
This is like a real life king. I'm watching like this is
It's not what you expect from a
Look at this superstar.
damn.
And then look at this little cameo right here.
It's just about like being yourself from your
Dougie. That's sick. That is crazy.
The craziest thing about that was when we had hung out in that picture, and I remember that night we were getting sushi, and you guys were talking about this, and I think that in the back of your head, like you knew it was gonna be like a pretty big situation, but I don't think anyone could have fathomed how much of a massive impact it was about to have. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that movie fucking kills, bro. And it's just so surreal because I remember sitting there in this sushi restaurant talking to you guys about this, and you guys were just, oh yeah, Dougie, and you guys are, yeah, we just finished, to all the boys, and like when it came out, oh my god, bro, that was it.
Nobody knew, man. Nobody, even till now, I'm like, it's still surreal. I'm not gonna lie, because I remember doing the first one, and we're all just, how you go to work.
Yeah.
It's a dope set. You do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You're out, right?
Regardless of what the outcome was, I mean, look at all the ingredients that was a part of that whole piece. Yeah. I mean, just the opportunity to work with, the Overbrook guys, and then, the lovely guys that you had. I don't know if you remember this, but fun fact. The role that Batch had, they told me that I was like the number 2 spot for that.
Yeah.
I was put on hold for like 2.5 weeks or something like that, because he at that time there was a chance that he might not have done it or something like that. And I was like, yo, crazy to kind of overlook this. I mean, it might not be a huge role, but this movie's gonna be massive. So I feel like just based off of what, everything that was on the page as far as everyone involved, I knew that it was gonna be dope. And what I loved most about it was the fact that, I mean, this was at the time when things were just starting to change. I think Crazy Rich Asians had just...
I think they came out around the same time even.
It was just about to come out, but I was like, yo, when you kind of step back and you realize, wait a second, this is about a book that was written, was it by an Asian?
Jenny Han.
Written by an Asian American woman about mixed race or Asian, 3 Asian sisters. I mean, it's beautiful. And to see guys like Overbrook, take on a project like that, I was like, oh my God, we've made it. It's happening.
Yeah.
Asians are finally in.
Yeah. And I had read a thing that they had initially tried to make the character white, and I think they fought for it to be authentic, and so that's fucking dope, dude. That's what you want to hear, right?
So for me, it was more that than anything else. Like, we knew it was going to be Netflix and this and that, so there was a good chance it would have popped off. But like the fact that they, knowing that a movie of that scale was taking all the right steps to do the right things, and to really put on, they did a great job. And I think including, well, look at the cast. I mean, such a diverse and like wide range of talent, and you absolutely like lit up the screen, bro. You killed it, and
thanks,
so proud of you. And Ricky, you too, bro. I mean, just talking to you just now, I mean, look how far you've come, bro.
That's a dope shirt. I don't even want to talk about myself. That's a dope shirt, man.
Oh, thanks, Doug.
Had that underneath the robe the whole time?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're wearing that and a robe on top?
Hey, man.
That's a sick shirt.
Thanks, Doug. Had to bring Africa back,
Yes, sir.
Look at this guy.
Look at this handsome man.
Mr.
I don't know about that.
Friday.
Oh man, they have my education as the University of British Columbia, dude. I didn't even graduate.
Instead of that,
let's just watch this ad real quick.
Dude, this is that's me.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from Celebrity Hotspot. Today we're at the Ricky here with
Ricky He. Hi, nice to meet you.
So what character
Suto!
Friday movie.
I hate that.
Look at that suit, though.
I hate so much about this interview.
He doesn't know how to tell her.
He's the crush character, right? Have you ever played kind of something like that before?
I have. So I did a couple Christmas movies where I played a similar character. and it's nice because I think it's nice to be able to represent, like the dynamic of like an interracial couple, for example. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Look at our boy. Look at our boy.
Interracial couple.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Repping interracial.
It's dope. I was talking to who was I talking? I was talking to somebody about this recently about the generations have definitely changed because like when we were kids, everyone kind of was like, oh, I want to be like a Disney Channel star, like that guy, the fucking, the Raven Simones and the Hannah Montana, Selena Gomez situation on Disney Channel. Like, I want to hang out with those people. Now I think that the kids these days, I want to be like that TikTok star, that YouTuber, you know what I mean? And, or I want to hang out with KJ Apple. You know what I mean? Yeah. Times are changing. So it's weird because, yeah. I don't know why I thought about it because it's like the Disney movie.
Right. So times are changing, but so by saying that, are you also saying that you kind of ticked off like a major goals list by being on that carpet? And
I think it was so honestly I mean, I'm a natural optimist. So when I think about the future, I can see that there's like light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm excited about the future and I'm excited about things to come. But when I'm feeling pessimistic or down on a certain day, sometimes I do actually, that memory almost feels a little bit like a weight on my shoulders, where it's like, man, maybe that was it. You know what I mean? And I think as performers, we all have a little bit of that feeling of like, because acting, it's like, it's sporadic, right? You really don't know when the next time you're gonna work is. And when you're working all the time, you're like, oh, this is dope. But then once you're not, you're like, oh man, maybe that was it. So when I hit a bad day, sometimes I think like, you had your New York movie premiere, you had your red carpet moment, you had, you had that adoration that you were seeking. Maybe that was it. Maybe this is the universe giving you that little check off your bucket list. But those are the bad days. You know what I mean?
So it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Two things I want to say to that. So first one, I mean, the point of why I brought up that picture and why we're talking about that is, again, dealing with the bad days and the good days. Sometimes on our bad days, we gotta do whatever we can to pull ourselves, out, right, from the hole, so to speak. And right. I've been doing a little bit of work with a good friend of mine who's kind of like, for all intents and purposes, he's kind of like a life coach. One of the things that he kind of introduced me to that I will pull out from the toolbox every once in a while when I'm like meditating or whatever is sort of showing the love to my younger self that I never got from either, my parents or other people or from teachers, right, or whatever, you know what I mean? And one of the exercises is literally taking my younger self to present day and kind of showing him, all of the fruits of all the hard work that we put in, and kind of
right
through all this cool shit that I've and cool experiences that I've amassed over the last 5 to 10 years or whatever, and instantly just fills me up with gratification. And so it's like, again, thinking about how far, seeing both of you guys, both of your careers and how it's flourished in the last 2 years. And then, with Ricky, getting the chance to work with you finally this past year.
Right.
That was so dope. And then to now see, we've had our conversations about how, so to give you guys context, I did a short film last year called Grandma's 80th Surprise.
Hard.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Dope.
It did its thing. Won a couple of awards. And then you had told me that it inspired you to bring some of your stories to the into the light. And then fast forward only a couple months, and now we just did a read through for your pilot last week. It's like, I love seeing that.
That's the thing though, is like the thing is like it's like you said, so much has happened in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Like the good, the bad, like the ups and the downs. And it feels like there's a level of, like you said, this gratitude for all the things that have come. but at the same time, with our particular career choice, sometimes as actors, we don't really have like quantifiable like a quantifiable concept of success. You know what I mean? Like, because unless you book the job, it
Right.
doesn't really matter. And I'm sure like we can all relate to that, where it's like, dude, if only people knew, like, oh, dude, I went up for this thing and I got really close. You know what I mean? Like, and I can only imagine like Trezzo, like with all the W's you've been catching, like I can only imagine like the L's that kind of like got away. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, like I was so close to being this dude on that. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think we can all relate to that to some degree, where it's like
That's so true.
the things that the unsung heroes. You know what I mean? Like the like just foot in the door. You were so close. You were on the verge of being the biggest thing in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But those don't count as successes, even though it's like you made a great impression. People know of you. It's like a personal success. You can feel good about it. Like, yo, like they know me. I did that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, how do you relay that to like you can't tell like your family like no, I was really close. I was really close. You know what I mean? It's like
You kind of have to look at it almost like a bit of a battle scar that you kind of, you know, for better for worse, you look at it and it's a mark, or it's a story for yourself. But I'm curious for you guys though, because for me personally, looking back, all of the projects that I held on to so dearly, that I wanted so bad, that like crushed me when I didn't get them at that time, it was always in those moments where shortly after something more incredible happened, or something, you know, fulfilling. I mean, I can't say that it was more fulfilling than if I had gotten the job or whatever, but I can say that I'm so grateful in that I've been blessed to almost avoid a certain projects, because at the time during the audition I wanted it so bad. Fast forward like 9 months later, I'm like, geez, thank God I was not a part of it. Or
that would have been a train wreck.
Like if I wait a second, if I booked this show, that means I would have never even had the chance to do this show. And that's most of my biggest projects were always right around the corner from the ones that I wanted, that I didn't get. So I was thankful that I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Is that the case for you guys too?
Not
I'm waiting on Trezzo that,
Trezzo's like, I book everything, so.
I've never experienced that feeling. I just
no. Like this is where I'm like, yo, you guys are better people than me. Because I swear, if I want something, especially if like you get that, you know, you get that email, that ping, and then you see what it's for, and you go, oh, okay. And it's because it's something you really, really want. You start fantasizing about, oh, when I do get it, it's gonna be like this. You know, you go down the rabbit hole. You already picturing stuff on set. You know, you're already picturing the release. Like you're already out here, like, yo, this would be crazy. Even when you read the lines, it's different from when you know what I mean? Not saying that every opportunity, you know what I mean, you don't feel good about, but there's some that just hit a little, you know, hit you a little more. So
it just hits you right here.
You know what I mean? Just and it's crazy because
I booked all of them.
No, fake ass. No, it's crazy because when I don't get them, yo, I'm gonna spend like a good week just
moping.
You know what I mean? Because like chances like those don't come around like every 2 days. You know what I mean? They don't come out that often, especially something that big that you're looking forward to.
Right.
But the flip side of that is, I don't know about you guys, the flip side for that though is whenever I feel, let's say like I feel that way towards a project, now I catch myself. And honestly, those expectations that are up here are not like I don't necessarily, how do I put it? They're not up here anymore. Like I do my best to keep all of them even.
Yeah, you know, I mean, look, I don't think there's anything wrong with like you kind of have to go through maybe not grief, but you got to feel the feels, you know what I mean? Of
Oh, yeah.
something. I'm not saying that, but I'm just
I
saying.
think grief is a good word for it. I think
It
grief
is.
a good word for it.
But you know, when you add time to the equation, you're able to finally look back, and then you can kind of see the silver linings, or you can kind of pull the positives from it, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like, I mean, like on that note, it's like, you know, I think, you know, Curtis, I think I've talked to you about this, but like all of
He's
did I cut out? I cut out, didn't I? Did I cut out? There we go. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
Ricky.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I think me and Curtis have talked about this before, but it's like all of last year I had this major cloud, like just like raining over my head because of this massive project that I can't even talk about that I was so close to, you know what I mean? Like closer than I think anyone I know was to the end goal. And like,
is it rhyme with like
Tell us what it was.
yeah. My NDA says I can't. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's so like that one was like it really took me what felt like a year to grieve because it's kind of like what do you know, it's like you think about there's levels to your career, right? And it's like, man, that would have been one of the really bigger pinnacles of your career. And it's like I don't know, man, I totally relate to Trezzo on that, where it's like I just start fantasizing about like, oh man, and then we're gonna be in fucking LA, and then we're gonna get to meet Denzel. I mean? You know what I mean? And then me and Denzel are gonna hang out. We're gonna become best friends.
I swear to God, you really go there. You really, really go there.
Yeah,
really go there.
I'm curious how many. What's the percentage of times that like things actually pan out the way you expect it to when you put that much pressure or when you put things on a pedestal like that, you know what I mean?
0 times.
All the way down.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Usually the projects that I book are ones that I don't even like put that much. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. But I selfishly speaking, I'm super glad that you didn't get the part because we got to work together. And I got to be a part of kind of your journey now, and you know, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that whatever you create, you know, all of that pain that you've kind of poured into this work is gonna be fucking dope. So I'm excited.
I do think sometimes like the way I try to like rationalize it in my head is like, you know, I don't think I was ready yet. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that like, and I think that like right now with the last 2 years unfolding, it's like I'm fostering a new type of like energy. Like I'm becoming stronger in every way possible so that like when I am ready and I am out there, like I'm just gonna fucking fuck shit up, dude. You know, I'm just that's the energy I'm trying to like, you know, harness now because I think it's true. Like I moved back into my old neighborhood that I grew up in when I was a kid, and it's like it almost feels like I'm relearning the city. It's like it feels like I'm like there's like a lot of nostalgia like that's going into like now when I'm writing this pilot too. Like it feels less disconnected. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm becoming a more full version of myself because you know, high school and then after high school at university, those things were so close and so recent, but then it's like diving even deeper, it's like, yo, this is who you were before all that. You know what I mean? This is who you are at your heart, at the base.
That's such a dope segue because one second point that I wanted to ask was especially, you know, during this time where there's been, you know, obviously a blockage to kind of what we do, right? I mean, we still work in our own craft and all that, but in terms of actually, you know, showing up to set and working and creating on that level, that's been obviously on hold and whatnot. So I wanted to get kind of some insight on what you guys have both been doing during this time. Like what's been getting you going? What's been, you know, what gets you up in the morning?
Fuck, dude, that's a great one. That's a good one.
Fighting for? What are you guys fighting for right now? You know what I'm saying?
Fighting for?
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've low key, you know, not to undermine what's going on and the severity of all that, but I've low key really, really, really enjoyed having the privilege of enjoying this time and of unplugging.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And now that I've unplugged and I've gotten this chance to like plug back into myself, similar to what you're saying, and just doing all the things that bring me joy, I'm coming back into this game when you know, once we all start working again, from a whole different perspective.
Right.
And that like mattered so much to me before, like hardly even worth the thought or the breath or the you know what I mean, the heartache now. Yeah, can you guys share a little bit about kind of like where your head's at right now?
And also touching on that, like this break was really, really good, especially like the industry that we chose. Everything is so fast paced. You barely have any time to register like what is actually happening sometimes. You know what I mean? You barely have time to actually like smell the roses. Right. Actually look back at your accomplishments. Actually,
and if I can just say one thing to what you were saying just now, Ricky, when you were saying, you know, you weren't prepared for it. I mean, think of how many people just get thrusted into shit that aren't ready. And look what happens. Look how that manifests.
It goes sideways.
Drugs, toxic relationships, what have you, right? Sorry.
Right.
So no, 100%. And I feel like the biggest thing this break has done for me was, one, humble myself big time. That to me, I feel like everybody gets lost in the sauce every now and then, especially when you get something dope, right? Now it's reeling it back in. That could either be a big problem or some people just choose to ignore, right?
Right.
But I feel like this time really forced not just myself, but also a lot of the people around me to just take a breath real quick. And for me, also in the end of the day, it also taught me I'm coming, like as you said, Curtis, you're coming back into we're gonna be coming back into this thinking differently. So for me, is again the same way with you, Ricky, is taking that back and actually connecting again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So for me, honestly, this has been really, really good for me, especially mentally, right? And also, again, because I'm used to 1, 2, 3, 4, everything being so fast paced, I can't do that. That also helped me become more creative and take another route.
I saw that you were painting. It looks fucking dope.
Thanks, bro.
The greats are gonna be great. The haters are gonna hate.
Dude. Dude.
Create. So Trezzo, you've also been doing a bit of music.
Yes, I have been doing music. I've been doing music as well. And I've been honestly, again, also music is another demon in itself. You come to learn, like, my G, holy crap!
You got a little preview. You got a little taster for us.
I've heard it, guys, and it's dope. So
it's a little bit of Afrobeat, mostly Afrofusion. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing, and for me, it's again, that's also taking it back to my roots, taking it back again. I've been wearing a lot of print lately. Also, I gotta connect back to my roots and connect to who I am, especially with everything that has been going on. We get lost in the sauce, but hey, you gotta.
Where are you from again? What country are you from?
I was born in Rwanda and raised in South Africa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's for me.
He also speaks like fucking 9 languages.
That's it.
a few. But no, to me, that's what this whole lockdown has done for me. And honestly, when everything opens back up, we'll be coming back refreshed, which I'm very thankful for, because we're actually going to be refreshed. You know what I'm saying? We had time. We had our downtime. So I'm very, very excited. I'm excited to see you guys in the audition room. Best believe that.
Oh, yeah. Or just self-tapes, baby. It's going to be self-tapes.
But for now, it's all self-tapes,
I'm writing something right now with both of you in mind. So, I mean, I couldn't care less to see either of you guys in the audition room. I want to see you guys.
Okay.
Bro. We'd love to hear it.
Rush hour 12.
12.5.
Rush hour 16.
Did I ever tell you the story about that year I showed up to that what's that the VIF party?
Oh, there's the red carpet event.
The red carpet after party, whatever.
Right. You mean when I bumped into you there?
No. This was like early days. Like this is maybe 6
Okay.
But this is before I was even really booking. I booked like 1 or 2 things, and then, but like my agent was like overly confident about me, and she was like, "All right, I got you a spot on this red carpet. You got to go take all the pictures." And I was like, okay, so I showed up. I was on the guest list. They walked me through. They didn't know who I was, but they treated me like a celeb. So I was like, oh man, I was feeling myself. I got to the carpet. There was another girl with a clipboard though. And she stopped me. She's like, sorry, who are you? And I'm like, Curtis Lum. And she's like, yeah, no, I don't have a Curtis Lum here. Sorry, you can't walk this red carpet. You got to go around the back. And I was like, no. I'm, well, I was told. And she's like, no, you got to go. I was like, damn. Yeah. So almost to kind of just to spite her, I went back to the original check-in table. Yeah. They asked you what your name is and what show or movie you're representing. Right. And I guess based off of that, they deem how worthy you are to be interviewed. So I told them I was in Rush Hour 4. Or no, sorry, I said Rush Hour 5. And there isn't even a Rush Hour 4 yet. So I get a big ass sign on my chest saying Curtis Lum Rush Hour 5. all the photographers were like, whoa, Rush Hour. It was hilarious, yo. That's so funny. The Rush Hour.
You're such a troll.
That's dope, dude.
That is funny.
That is funny. That's putting it out into the universe, man. That's gotta happen. Hey, listen, dude.
But also that's a very great. That's a real thing too. Like putting it out to the universe. I feel that's also very, very important.
Oh yeah.
That's a very important thing. Manifest.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Manifestations.
What about what you guys been up to? I'm very curious of what y'all been up to besides.
Yeah, what have you been up to, Chris?
What y'all been up to?
What I've been up to, so I've been in LA.
Yeah.
I'm now in London, so this is midday or like early evening.
London.
I love me some coffee, so I can always drink coffee. And yeah, I used to bang out like 2-3 coffee meetings a day, so this is light work. But yeah. Like I said, I've been doing exactly that, man. Just picking up all of the things that I've left by the wayside over the years. Mm-hmm. That really kind of made me lose track of kind of what I loved doing and who I was, and besides Curtis Lum, the actor. You know what I mean? Yeah. From creating to like reading the books that I've always wanted to read, to watching the movies I wanted to watch, to playing video games, to plugging back in with friends that I haven't seen or spoken to in a long time, to just sitting around doing nothing.
Dude, I see you on 2K. I see you on that 2K.
Yo, my 2K is mad right now. I'm sick. Stay lit.
I see you on that too. I see.
Smoke. I mean, no, it's been cooking. You know what I mean, and really just taking the time to appreciate the finer things, the smaller things. You know, and just all the privilege of, like I said, of being able to be in a position to do so. So I'm very, very appreciative. You know, nothing but gratitude. But yeah, finding passion again in terms of just implementing that into like every little detail of my life. So if you're gonna cook a meal, why not try to make that meal the best damn meal you can possibly have? Because when like you were saying, Trezzo, when we were going, firing on all cylinders, you don't have time to stop and smell the roses and to enjoy that shit. You don't have time to really, you know, I don't know, kiss your girl.
Like actually enjoy it.
You know, because you know what I mean? Like
100%. Even the cooking thing, like that is so big, because I remember like before this, like it was like you get back home, you're tired, like I'm just trying to like cook some oodles and noodles and go to bed, yo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't do that. Now you actually appreciate it. It's like I got a stove, bro.
Yeah, because we're so caught up and worried about what's going to happen tomorrow or what could come. Yeah. I think it's just that. It's just about for me, just filling myself up with all the joys of today, knowing how shitty it was before, and then also knowing that when we do get back to, you know, some place of normalcy again, of how things were, to know to
Mhm.
not make those same mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, implement these new habits.
Mm.
I don't fall back into that trap of feeling like I'm on this hamster wheel and on this nonstop grind that really just grinds away at your soul. You know?
Mhm.
So
100%.
it's empowering, really. It's putting the power back into my own hands. I didn't want to do this, man. I never wanted to be on YouTube. I
Right.
wanted to do all of this, but that's what led me to this, man. I was like, yo, I miss my friends. These are the people that inspire me in life, and I just connect, you know?
Dope.
Ricky, you?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was gonna say man, you guys had a relaxing ass time, dude. I feel like I'm sure you guys did as well. I feel like I went through like 3 separate existential crises throughout the whole thing. I don't know what you guys.
100%.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I gave you all the highlights.
Yeah, the highlights. No, it's like the beginning was like oh shit, like this is dope. I can unwind. I can just be happy and relax and do shit that I haven't been able to do in a while. But then eventually, just out of pure coincidence, me and my girl needed something to watch through quarantine, and we're like, what's something with like a lot of seasons so that like it'll make the time go by faster. And I've always really, 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 really fucked with Gordon Ramsay. So we watched Hell's Kitchen from like the first season all the way up to like the 16th season.
That's
and
hard.
like it was dope, dude. It honestly.
What are you, an idiot?
Yeah, it's so much. Yeah, and honestly, it's such a good ass show. And like again, purely out of coincidence, I started watching. It was also around the same time that The Last Dance came out. And with these two things happening at the same time, like watching Michael Jordan just fucking kill everybody in any sort of competition, and then also watching Gordon Ramsay, who's like just like this symbol of like excellence and like high standards. Like I went through this like feeling of, man, I miss being so fucking good at something. I miss like working really, really, really hard at something.
So your hunger was ignited, literally and
dude,
and
figuratively.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And so I was like, I
Yeah,
froze again. Nope. Here we go. I had this feeling of Trezzo, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I felt like I wanted to, like, quarantine was my hyperbolic time chamber from like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I'm gonna come out of this bitch stronger, faster, better in every single regard. You know what I'm saying?
The best way to describe it. The best way to describe it. That's hard.
Cause that's the thing, is everyone's at home. You know what I mean? Like
that's like the more gangster way of saying like if my version was like, oh, I was cocooning and I'm gonna come out a butterfly. You're like,
nah, bro. I'm hitting Super Saiyan 24 when I come back out. What are you saying? God damn it, Ricky.
It's gonna be Rush Hour 16, Super Saiyan 32.
I'm
Rush
telling
Hour 32,
you.
Super Saiyan fucking.
Listen, Ultra Instinct, all of that.
But yeah, so I felt good like that. Like I felt and I'm very determined to train and fight again, probably sometime when events are opening again. I just want to I'm just, like you said, I'm just hungry to be like excellent at something. You know what I mean? Because of and Kobe died. You know what I mean? And so it's like all these things like happening in tandem, like with Kobe going away and then watching fucking Hell's Kitchen and then watching The Last Dance. I'm just like, yo, I want to be, you know what I mean? Like I want to feel that pride of like working your ass off on something. Exactly. And that's how I felt about writing the pilot, because it took like, I had finished writing it a while back, but I'd really been putting on the back burner to like tune it up. And throughout quarantine, I basically said to myself, I'm like, okay, I'm either going to come out of this the same, worse, or better. And like, I'm either going to come out of this with nothing to show for it, or I'm going to come out of this with like having finished something. So I really like put my time into like finishing this thing. And when, you know, like you guys know, like as an actor, like especially in this time where the industry shut down, you really have nothing to quote unquote work on.
Right.
And so this writing thing was like the only thing I had. And on the days that I couldn't, like when I had writer's block and I couldn't get fucking shit on the page, yo, those were the roughest days. Cause I'm like, man, this is the only thing I can do. And I can't even do that right now. This is garbage. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But it's been good. I feel like I got like a little bit better, like a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
No, man.
I'm waiting on it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on it. But are you still doing music, Ricky?
No, I have ultimately decided that I suck at it. So yeah.
What?
You don't suck at it. What do you mean?
What?
Huh?
Ricky, that's blasphemy. Why would you say that? You're freaking amazing, bro.
I don't know about all that, but maybe one day. My goal is to do like a reverse Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like Timothy Timothy Delgado on YouTube, and while now his whole thing for the longest time was to do the Will Smith, the Fresh Prince path, where it's like music and then television and then movies. Like I want to do it like backwards. Like let me get the film and TV, and then when I feel like I'm comfortable there, I can like put out mixtapes.
Okay, got you.
You know.
Okay.
Got you.
Like the Jussie Smollett route.
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy
Smollett. Dude, I love Dave Chappelle, man. He's the GOAT.
Gee. That shit killed me. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard that joke, it went right over my head. I was like,
me too. I'm like, what?
I was like, what?
You guys hear about this Juicy Smollett?
I don't know about him, yo. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So let's just to sort of wrap things up here, and then we're just over an hour a bit. I want to challenge you guys before I let you guys go. So
okay.
I'm really into this whole, like, this is my friend Johnson and I, we call it dinging people, where we just go around and we try to make people's day.
Uh-huh.
Whether it's, you know, if this was normal times and we were out, you know, it'd be randomly picking up a tab for someone at the restaurant, like buying family dinner or something like that, buying the coffee for the, you know, the next person behind you in line. Or even, you never know, like, how far just a simple smile can go for someone in a day. You
right.
know?
Yeah.
So what's something that we could do? Obviously, we're in 3 different places right now, but like, do either of you have someone we could support or someone we could reach out to sort of put some sort of balance back into the world? There's so much bad shit going on in the world. How can we try to find some balance and put some more positivity into this world, into this space? Like, do you guys have friends that have a campaign going, or a GoFundMe, or?
Dude, that's a great question.
I would love to just throw, like, you know, a $20.
Let me see. Anybody else have anything?
You know, it's crazy. I was seeing all of these campaigns, and now that you're saying it, I can't think one right off the top. Like, I was seeing all of these.
Or like, what if we were to just randomly pick one of your fans, Trezzo, or something like that, and just say what up?
Oh, 100%.
Person's face. You want to do that?
100%.
All right, let's. You pick a random person off your list. Put us in the from Instagram, from IG or whatever. Put us in a chat group, and we'll all say hello.
Oh shit!
Goddamn! I mean, they're mostly gonna be excited to see Trezzo. We're just gonna be like, yo, we're just gonna
pretend that we matter too.
Yo, that's Ricky out here. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick from Ricky's people.
Just randomly go.
I don't have no people.
Yes, you do. Okay. We're gonna say, eeny, meeny,
there you go. Boom.
Okay, let's see. Who's this person? Who's this person?
Check their profile. Maybe they got something going on.
I want to make sure this is a real person, you know?
True.
There be these meme pages and whatever. That's crazy. This is not even a real person. That's insane.
Those damn bots that you
I also,
bro, you need to refund that shit.
You know what Instagram needs to do again?
those damn bots.
Do a clear out again. Because I remember when that first happened the first time,
Right.
I was dying.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm proud in that minor.
Authentic.
They're the real deal.
These are real people. Okay, I got one.
I also have another one. I have another idea as well.
Throw it out.
When I was in New York, for the Freaky Friday premiere, the girl that was helping me with the hair makeup situation for the press stuff, she started a collective called The Living Womb, and I'm just reading off their bio right now. We are a collective of mothers and mother-adjacent women across the African diaspora, in a conversation about conscious parenting, and they have a COVID-19 emergency fund for single mothers on their GoFundMe. I think they have $4,000 raised in their $25,000 goal right now. So
Yes.
Let's do that.
What's the name? What's the name of that, Ricky?
if you guys look up Living Womb, so it's LVNGWOMB.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, for everybody on Instagram, it's at LVNGWOMB, The Living Womb. And yeah, so as far as what I know, they're about helping out Black mothers in this time of difficulty and raising money and collective for that. Yes, sir. That's the nope, no, not that one.
Is it this
That's
one?
the wrong one. That's the one. Damn, Curtis, you look, Trezzo can receive instructions.
I'm
And
at the living
doing this shit. You were just
What? Just
yeah, man.
just to let you guys know too, like, obviously we got busy catching up, but obviously a lot's happened in the last 3-4 months. Obviously
Right.
Black Lives Matter has been a massive part in what's been happening in terms of change right now. And, when I was in LA, I got to be privy to a lot of that, and I've been speaking to a lot of my friends, and so supporting Black businesses is absolutely crucial right now, and I think that's so dope, and I feel like everyone should definitely be about that, or just be aware and conscious of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, I've been seeing tons of stories popping up more and more in the last few weeks of
Karen's walling out.
yes, but a lot of anti-Asian crime that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just harassment, but like actual assaults happening. Like to old Asian people who have nothing to do with anything. They're just lashing out, blaming them for COVID and all that. So I've actually been thinking about possibly starting something to help aid certain victims or families that have been affected by that.
Oh, 100%.
That should be down to it. But
I'm with it.
Wrap it up. That was
good
stuff.
It is.
Dwight Sloth.
That's hard.
Thank you so much for being a part of this and having a
love,
man.
Yeah, man. Love.
This was a vibe. Big up.
The next time, brothers. We
Bye,
need to
guys.
read that picture, by the way.
Oh, we do.
Yes.
It's the exact same. I gotta be like.
Wait.
It's kind of like this situation. It's like something like that. Now we just look foolish.
Yeah, I think
now we just look foolish.